Hi guys, welcome back to Hairdryer Treatment. We are all smiling, and I know you all know what it is. Of course, and Nicole is back, and I'm going to jump straight into it. Nick, we have missed you. We are so happy to have you back. How are you doing?
I'm doing much better, and I came back at the right time, didn't I? So yeah, I'm buzzing for it, and thanks for being there and being friends and having me back on.
Always, and always a pleasure to have you on. You know that. And of course, we've got the lovely Meg. Meg, how are you doing?
I am very well, thank you. I just want to say I'm so happy to see this one
That way.
back because we've just missed you, Nick. We have really, really missed you. And it's such a good time to be back right now.
Yeah.
It could be a lot worse, but we are where we should be. And it's just, I'm glad to see your face back.
And of course, we're on cloud nine, as Nick wrote about the other day, and as many United fans have tweeted. We've got to talk about that. I mean, Meg obviously did our post-match the other day, but Nick, I would love to talk to you. What are your thoughts on, firstly, the fact that we scored 9 goals? Wow. But secondly, like our form at the moment, the fact that we're in this title race, from the last time that we spoke to you to now, it's been some change, hasn't it?
It's like a whole different world. It's like from going back to pre-coronavirus, and it's just like a completely different world. Like, I think when we was talking, making predictions for the league, my thing was, I was saying, I think at the aim at the end minimum is third, because that's where we ended up. Never would I predicted that would be in a title race, let alone sitting pretty the other week in first place. And then it also goes to show you how much can change in a week from the results that we had and how deflated we was. And I was like, oh, typical United, we've messed it up again, as per one step forward, 2 steps back. And then this week, my head just fully like clean blew off, because I'm just like, what is going on? I think the kids thought I was having a breakdown. My next door neighbor, I had to text her. I'm like, I'm fine, don't worry. I'm just watching the football, because it was just like 1, 2, 3, and I was like, we can't have another one. We can't have another. There's everything that United should be. There was a penalty from Fernandes, tick. There was a penalty in injury time. Sorry, no, a goal in injury time, tick. There was red cards, there was controversy, and obviously everyone was talking about a dive or a penalty instead of the fact that United have just won 9-0. We just equalled our all-time record. Like, are you mad? I'm absolutely buzzing, and it has done wonders for my mental health, and just long may it continue. We know it's not going to be easy. We know they're going to drive us absolutely insane. But another really good thing about scoring 9 goals is I do not want to repeat with the blue side of Manchester of Aguero with goal. I do not want to repeat of that. So please, let's keep up the attacking football and scoring goals and positive football, because it's perked me up a hell of a lot.
I completely agree. Let's have a look what people are saying in the chat. We've got Samuel, who's locked in for Nairobi, Kenya. Go MU. Thank you so much for tuning in, Samuel. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate the support. Lone Stars in the chat says, hey up. James, who's an Everton fan, so be interested to see what your thoughts are on what we say tonight, James. Evening, ladies. Min said evening. Can you beat United, James? We're going to be discussing what we think about that question in a minute. Ryan says, nice to see you back, Nicole, and I hope you are all well. Thanks for that, Ryan. I love the Villa is back. Thank you for tuning in yet again. Always tuning in the chat. Really appreciate your input. Ian says, evening, ladies. Connor says the hoodies are looking class. Thanks, Connor. We were just saying you can't really see them at the angles we sat on, but yeah, thank you. We appreciate that.
We have 2 chins up. We look good.
We've always got the 2 chins. Don't mind that.
Ross says, my first time on here. Good evening to you, Ross, and thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope you like the content. Callum says, great content, ladies. Thank you so much, Callum. A lot of people coming in the chat, but Meg, that 9-0 the other day, we were kind of speechless after it. We couldn't quite believe what we just witnessed. I think it was hard to talk about it so soon after, but now the dust has settled a little bit. Are you still as buzzing?
I literally am. I was going to say to you earlier, actually, like, coming straight on after that was so hard to discuss, because it was just like, I actually don't know what to say about it. We just won 9-0. I think the amount of times I sat there and just went, we just won 9-0. Like, 9 goals, and they didn't score 1 in reply to it. So yeah, like, now it's sunken a little bit more, and actually, like, looking back at the play, like, we just were so ruthless. We didn't stop going. We didn't just sit there and say, okay, we've scored a couple, let's just keep it tight and not concede. We actually pushed forward. McTominay was going mad. He wanted 10. That's that's the drive and desire in the team at the moment, to not actually just sit there and just be like content with what we've got. We want to push even further. Honestly, just looking back, it was just such a good evening to be able to say that was our team.
Yeah, definitely. Emma is in the chat. Emma will be joining us, guys, on Ladies in Red. She is still a part of Ladies in Red. We haven't forgotten her, and we appreciate you, Emma, tuning in. Yeah, Emma, obviously, new job, very busy lifestyle, homeschooling kids. I completely get it, but she's still spending the time with us in the chat, so we appreciate that, Em, and I hope you're doing well and work hasn't been too tough for you. Did the Liverpool game brighten up your week, ladies? Nick? It's gotta have.
I went in my old work the other day, and my old boss is a Liverpool fan, and literally every time I keep going in for the other day and this morning and everything, I just keep saying 9-0, and he's absolutely fuming with me. But I'm just going to keep saying it, and I'm going to keep milking it. I don't care.
You know what? I can't blame you. Cannot blame you. Don't get it twisted. Thank you so much for that. ECL Gaming, who obviously play FIFA on Twitch for a response to this show. They created this layout, so go and give them a follow. ECL Entertainment, ECL Official on Twitch, on Instagram. Go and give them a follow. They sponsor this show.
Actually, Soph, because you can just drop in now what you've achieved this week. A bloody right back slot in their Gamers of the Year.
Yeah, I made the team of the year, which I'm honoured to be in the team of the year, to be fair. But they put me as a right back, and I tweeted you, Meg, saying we might happen. I'm not quite sure that's the right position.
It was the pace, the absolute pace on your card. I was like, whoa, don't worry about tackling, so just get yourself up that window.
That's it, yeah. I'll be like Kyle Walker, really rubbish at defending, but rapid. Adam, thank you so much for tuning in. Says welcome back to Nicole. I mean, I'll be honest, I've lost count of how many times I've watched the game back the other day, the 9-0. I did watch it back a few times. Obviously, being on lockdown, you've got a lot of spare time in your hands. And like Nicole said, it really does lift your morale when your team are playing well. And to see us when it was like half time and we'd scored, 4 goals, I was thinking, that's it now. Normally, we'd sit back, we'd be content with that, maybe bring our main players off and relax. Like you say, Meg, McTominay right at the end was screaming for that 10th goal. Nick, do you think that shows a change in mentality? Do you think Ollie's instilling that resilience and that ruthlessness?
100%, because however much people will always discredit him for what he does wrong, and I'm not saying that he's got everything right. Do you know what I mean? He's not one of the most experienced managers out there, but all that I ask is that he gets the credit for the things that he does right, the same as he gets the criticism for the things he does wrong, because his man management has been brilliant. Like, it's got the best out of the youth players. And I've got another good point the other night. I don't know what day it is anymore, but when we won 9-0 and it happened, and I was there watching it over and over and over again, you know, like bringing Martial on, who then went on to score, that will help. That will boost his confidence a lot. Sticking by Rashford, and a lot of people were saying no, don't play Rashford, and then he got a goal. I think he deserves a lot of credit for that, and I think he deserves a lot of credit for not necessarily kicking off all the time for controversy, but like showing his methods on the pitch. He might not always get it right, but when he does, like, that is all I ask for as a United fan, is desire, hunger, and just like this will to just carry on and not give up. Can you imagine that if that happened under Mourinho? Are you telling me he'd be like, go and score another one? He'd be like, just sit back, sweet. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I appreciate it. I love him to bits. I support United. I'm not idolizing the manager. I'm just saying he should get the same credit for what he does right the other way around. That's all that I say.
Credit where it's due. Credit where it's due. I completely agree. Daniel, who's been sharing the links to the show and stuff like that, I've seen it on Twitter, says, I love this show. It's so fantastic to see Nicole back. I hope that you're well, Nicole. This show is so knowledgeable, fantastic topics. Thank you so much for tuning in, Daniel. We really do appreciate your support. Let's see what else. Diallo, let's touch on that. I've seen Abdullah's mentioned him, just obviously playing for the under-23s. Had a really good debut the other day. Meg, are you excited to see more of him?
From that debut, definitely. Like, I think, again, we talk about, I always revert back to that Greenwood and Cavani partnership that's going on, and the fact that we've got another young talent coming through, raw talent. To partner him up with somebody like a Cavani in our squad at the moment, I just think it'll be so beneficial for him in a couple of years' time when he breaks through even more. To have somebody like that in and around the team at the moment. Right now, all you can say is obviously he's in the under-23s, but he's getting game time, he's scoring goals, and that's going to really help the lads settle in to Manchester United. And whilst he's doing that in the under-23s, that's fair enough, but when we get to see that in the first team, obviously we all want to see that happening in that team as well. So, yeah, I am looking forward to seeing him being brought in.
He's just got another assist as well, apparently, according to Connor and Ian in the chat, which is a good start to his career and life at United. I mean, Nick, obviously he was our only bit of transfers in January, you could say. Obviously it was finalised then. Are you excited? Can you actually see him getting some first team experience? Surely if he carries on this way, he needs to at some point.
I can. And talking about Ollie before, I think he is really good at getting it right of when to put him in. I don't think he puts him in head first, and I don't think he leaves it too long. You need to strike where the iron's hot, but you don't want to put so much pressure on, because we've seen, unfortunately, especially recently, how much stick a player, especially a young player, will get for making a mistake. Do you know what I mean? Everyone will hype him up, and then as soon as he does one thing wrong, they'll change your mind like Boris Johnson does. Do you know what I'm saying? So. Is 18. I can't change. He's 18. Do you know what I mean? He's got the world at his feet, literally. And I just think, like I said, it's about just dripping him in nicely and just maybe in cup games and here and there. And I'm excited about him, but like I said, I don't want to get too far ahead, because then you put him on too much of a pedestal and he can only fall down. So I'm excited at the prospect of him, and I just think we just need to leave him to flourish, and then let the manager bring him in as and when the time is right.
Completely agree. I remember us all sitting, and Emma was there as well. I mean, on about Greenwood last season when he went on that run and he was coming on the sub and scoring goals, and everyone was hyping him up. And we sat here and we were all saying, stay grounded. We all want to get sucked in and get excited because he's obviously very talented, but at the same time, he's still a kid. They're still human beings at the end of the day, and I completely agree. I think we've got to be patient. I think Europa League could be possibly a chance for him, maybe. Depends how serious we're going to take that competition, I guess, but I'd like to think we're going to go all out and try and win it. But I think it's hard, isn't it? Because there's been so many fixtures already. So many fixtures are crammed in. I'd like to think he would get a shot somewhere, but I won't be too disappointed if it is a chance of us, like you say, easing him in. And when the moment is right, I'm sure Ollie will put him in. But there's excitement there, definitely. I'm going to refer back to the league anyway, and the title talk. And obviously, Man City are top of the league, and no doubt about it, Man City are the team to beat with regards to the Premier League this season. But Nick, how nice does it feel to be associated with the word title?
That in itself, like, the thing is, I was just buzzing that we was first, and everyone was like, we're not going to win it. I'm like, you don't understand. I'm not buzzing because we're going to win the league. I'm buzzing because Manchester United are first. Like, do you realise what I've been through the past 7 years or so? Like, geez, let a girl have a moment. Do you know what I'm saying? Honestly, the fact that I remember this time last season, we were shocked at where we ended up, but we were saying, when we was all talking about predicting, we need to close the gap between us and Liverpool and City. Where are Liverpool? Anyway, we needed to close the gap. I can't find him, guys. And now we're up there, and I couldn't be happy about it. Getting old rivalries back, and like I said before, I still have nightmares about Aguero. Like, I still have nightmares about that moment. So we just need to keep scoring and just focus on what we're doing more than anything, because every now and again, other teams will focus on what we're doing and then just see what happens. But while we're in it, I'm gonna buzz off it, and I'm not gonna have no shame in it. Sorry.
Don't blame me. I'm just looking for Liverpool. 2 secs. Meg, what's your thoughts on Liverpool obviously dropping points yet again the other day? Doug, I apologise in the chat, but we are going to laugh at that obviously happening. But Van Dijk obviously has been a massive loss for them. Do you think now, obviously, is it 7 points are off City? Is that title over? Is that title done? Or do you still think there's so many unpredictable results that have happened this season? There's still some more to come?
I think there's still way more to come in this season. I think nothing is settled in stone right now. I know we're all saying Man City kind of finding form at the right time, but just the unpredictability of this league so far this season, you can't say that whoever's going to end where, Manchester United, obviously we want them to finish top 4, but there's no guarantee of anything. Man City could just go on a couple of a little run of a few losses or a few draws, and then it's all back up in the air again. Because it's so tight, one game literally is such a big swing. Like 3 points is such a huge swing. You can either go from second down to fourth.
It's like it makes mentality that bit more important, doesn't it? Yeah. Because if you lose a game, it's going to be that more heightened. If you win a game, it's going to be that more heightened. So I think it's going to be crazy. It's just a shame there's no fans there to witness it.
I think as a football fan, not just a Manchester United fan, but as a football fan, I've missed this kind of season. When you were younger and they used to have on the last game of the season, the little box used to come up on the screen, and it'd be like, as it stands, relegation battle, and all the teams be moving up and down. Or the title goes down to like the very last day. Over the seasons, we've seen people run away with the league. And that's great. If it was Manchester United, I would not be complaining, but it hasn't been Manchester United. But just having it so tight again, I just love that. But it's just a shame that as fans, we can't be there to witness it.
Completely agree. If you look at like the amount of teams who've topped the table already this season, I think that shows you everything you need to know. Like, it's so unpredictable. Having no fans there, whether we like it or not, has affected, especially the away team. There seems to be a lot more away wins this season because teams aren't phased. There isn't that added pressure. And I think in terms of the title race, and I know it seems cliche, but I think realistically we've just got to take one game at a time. We've got to focus on ourselves. And obviously we'll laugh when other teams drop points, but realistically we can't laugh at other teams if we're going to go on and lose to teams like Sheffield United. We need to take care of ourselves. And it's right though, isn't it, Nick? Like, we've got to take one game at a time.
Completely. You just can't let it get like away with yourself with it, because it's like I say, I'm on a buzz today, but tomorrow, we'll have to see, because it's like, however much we're on a high, it's still us. Do you know what I mean? And you just never ever know what to expect. Like, you could think, oh, this will be a doddle, and you're like, nah, you're all right, hon. Or it can be the complete other way around. But I'm just excited. Like Meg was saying, I'm excited to watch football again. I'm excited to, there's so many things that we can't do right now. So we might not be there in person. At least we can still experience it, and all the ups and downs. And Jesus, it's been ups and downs.
Yeah, definitely been ups and downs. Josh makes a good point. He says, Jesse Lingard's first game for the Hammers. I'm so pleased for him. West Ham still have to play City, Leicester and Chelsea. Can Lingard help United win the title? West Ham are having a great start to the season, no doubt about it. And I was so happy for Jesse Lingard the other day. Like, I tweeted out, obviously congratulating him, but I felt like he's like a proud mom. I felt like he was my son, and I felt like it was his day, and I was happy for him. And yeah, I don't know if you felt the same. I mean, Nick, how good was it to see Jesse hitting the back of the net, but also every time he got the ball, I thought he was their main threat. He looked so positive, so direct, and I just want to see him enjoying football again.
Yeah, from a professional viewpoint, brilliant for him, just absolutely buzzing for him. But also from a personal point of view, like as a human being, what he's been through off the pitch, all the abuse that he got. I don't really want to say from fans, because it's just nasty people, but all the abuse he got when what he was dealing with in his personal life as well. Like, I'm the kind of person, I know some people aren't like this, especially on social media. I am happy for other people. I'm happy to see people doing well and prospering, even when I'm not. Some people aren't like that, and they have to, put that onto someone else. But I personally am buzzing for him, and long may it continue. And if he does help us win the title while he's there, then Messi Lingard is back. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Messi Lingard. And Doug, thank you so much for that. Obviously, from a Liverpool fan as well, we really do appreciate the respect. So yeah, thank you so much, Doug. And he says, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Would appreciate it if you could do that. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button, and obviously like the video as well if you're enjoying it. Jockey thinks West Ham could make Europa League. Meg, could you see David Moyes taking them into Europe?
The way that they've performed so far this season, why not? Again, it's tight. It's going to be a competition for a few teams that they'll want to be in it, really. You've got likes of Aston Villa, Everton are still up there as well, Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, dare I say it, if they're going to stay up there. But there's going to be a number of teams that are going to just miss out on Europe this season for me. But West Ham at the moment, you've got to say that they're putting a mark on the Premier League. They're playing well. They've brought in Lingard. He obviously was a great sign in the first game. If he continues, they seem just like a really good gel of players. So why not?
Brutal from Ryan.
Blunt as anything.
Ross, to be fair, makes a fair point. Leicester might have taken over Arsenal as a top 6 side. Leicester, I think, again, having a really good season. It's just whether they can keep certain players fit. Vardy, they need to be firing and in form. But definitely, I think they're in with a good chance of top 4, if I'm honest. I really think Leicester could be in with a chance of top 4. You mentioned Jose earlier, Nick, in regards to us getting that scoreline, and realistically, we'd never get that scoreline under Jose. But at Spurs at the minute, he's struggling, isn't he? I mean, I don't know if you watched the game yesterday against Chelsea, but I know they've not got Harry Kane. But Spurs at the minute, they just seem a bit like lumpy football. I know Expression's just calling it fossil football on his channel. Is it really? Do you think that's it for Jose now? Do you think he's done? It's hard to say, isn't it?
It's hard to say, and especially like, even though I think he left us at the right time. I don't want to be disrespectful, because he is, and he has been brilliant in the past. I think his biggest problem is being sometimes not being adaptable to change as much as he's right. And to give him credit, in the past he has been right, but you know what I mean, things are changing, and like I have this like empathy with him, because with the fans, because I've been there where you know it's in him and the belief's there, but there is that question of, can he still achieve the same things, or is he gone too far? I think it's a tricky one to say yes or no. I think time will tell, but like that all or nothing thing at the moment, to me, it's nothing, but we'll see.
Yeah, Meg, what's your thoughts on Jose at Spurs? Like, do you think he could possibly get sacked? Not so long away from here, or do you think he'll turn it round?
The rank on the card at the moment, I don't think Spurs will sit there and take the fact that they haven't won in 3, keep losing, they're not scoring. So I don't think they'll sit there and just accept it. Something's going to have to change. And they're not going to bring any players in now, are they? Because they've missed that opportunity. But I don't know, sometimes you've just got to ride that wave a little bit. And it's unfortunate, but he could come out on the other side and then he can take them on a run, and you'd never know because you just got rid. And I think being a manager is such a devastating job at times because you can literally just go like from being high, gone.
Hero to zero.
Yeah. With Jose Mourinho, I think comes experience. So you can't sit there and say he's not, he's not ever won a trophy. He can get you trophies. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're in the final of one of the cups, aren't they? So I think they've just got to ride it out and then see what happens.
Yeah, I think obviously the fact that Harry Kane's injured as well, I think you take that into account because there's no denying he's such a crucial player for them. He's one of their major players, isn't he? And he's obviously the first name on the team sheet. And to miss a play like that, it'd be like touchwood, it doesn't happen. But it'd be like us without Bruno, I'd imagine, like where you lose that big focal point, that character. That's why I said touchwood. But
touch everything.
But I do think with Jose, look, I'm a big, like Nick, I respect Jose and I'm a big Jose fan, and what you have to respect what he's achieved in the past. But I just think currently at Spurs, he's going through a really tough phase. And it's whether Levy's got the patience really to allow him to pull through that, isn't it? Because we know he's been pretty ruthless in the past. I mean, look at Chelsea. Chelsea with Lampard, I was not expecting them to be that brutal. And rumours are he wasn't even allowed to go to say goodbye. Apparently, he wasn't allowed to go to the training ground to say goodbye the following morning. I mean, I was not expecting that.
I was shocked. And honestly, I didn't speak to you on any, but I was completely shocked. I just didn't see that coming. Like, obviously, the amount of money that they spent and stuff, but you'd think that they'd stick by, I don't know, the club legend for a bit longer. Imagine we did that to Solskjaer. It'd be like, that'd be brutal, especially if we couldn't come and say see ya.
Because they won, and then he sacked him the day after. I feel like
it's very sudden.
Yeah, there was always going to happen. They'd got that in mind that, on the Monday that he was going to go. But yeah, it's a brutal business, isn't it?
I've got to say I felt a bit sorry for him. I know we were all saying that it's a possibility because the form wasn't great and whatnot, and obviously spent a lot of money. But I did, like Nicole said, because he's being a legend and stuff, I did think they could be a bit more patient with him and give him a bit more time. But Tuchel coming in, Nick, do you think that Chelsea are now going to climb the table and could creep into that top 4?
Like you said before, expect the unexpected. I have no idea. So long as we stay in it, I really don't care.
Yeah, completely. You know what? Can't say any fairer than that.
Selfish, I know.
He's watching us all the way from Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for tuning in, Oscar. I hope you are doing well too. But this weekend, girls, we're going to look forward. Obviously, we spoke about the 9-0 and we're still really buzzing about that. But this weekend, Everton, it's a different test for us, isn't it? And again, testing that mentality. Can we go on that run that I think we need? Obviously, the pressure of being near the top of the league as well, seeing Liverpool drop points, can we get even further away from them? Meg, I'll start with you on this one. Are you feeling confident, and do you think they'll change the team up, or if you were Ollie, would you go with the same 11?
I think we'll go with a similar 11, if not the same. And yeah, I am feeling confident. I think it's going to have to take something special for Everton to beat us, if I'm honest. We've beaten them twice already this season. I know we left it late previously. I think it's something ridiculous, like in the last 27 visits to Old Trafford, Everton haven't won. So I think for me, it's going to have to take something special from them. I think they're playing well. They've got threats in their team. But right now, the way that we played the other day, and previously, let's take the Sheffield game out just for a second.
Put it in the bin.
Let's just pass that to the side. We've played so well, and we should just be taking confidence from those games. And if anything, that Sheffield United game, they should look back at that and think, we are not having a repeat of that because the performance was shocking, the desire wasn't there. And yeah, I think it would just take something very special for Everton to beat Manchester United right now. Yeah,
I think, like I always say, I'm never fully confident going into the game, even beating 9-0. I think that sums us up, doesn't it? But you make a good point. Sorry, ladies, we can't really talk. We sacked Van Gaal. I must admit, even that Van Gaal sacking I thought was really harsh. And yeah,
I felt bad on the guy.
Yeah, that upset me a bit, to be fair. I did feel bad for him. So I'm guessing that's how Chelsea fans feel towards Lampard as well in that situation there. But yeah, Nick, Everton at the weekend, are you feeling confident going into that one?
Cautiously confident, because if I sit here and go, I'm buzzing for it, we're going to absolutely smash it, it's not going to happen. It's us. So you know what? I feel like keepers and teams have like the game of their life against us. So it won't surprise me if we conceded first, because that will just be like, oh well, this is typical, and then go on to score 3 or something. So I'm going to say we'll win, but we will probably concede because it's us. And that's not to say that I'm not confident. That's just to say like I'm sick of disappointment, so I'm predicting it before it happens. That's all.
I like that, trying to preempt it. Meg, looking at the Everton team though, like who would you say is their standout player, their most dangerous one, the one that we should be the most cautious of?
The fact that Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets in and around the box, and that just he's quite dangerous from crosses and headers, and I just feel like at times if we isolate him, if we leave Wan-Bissaka against him, then I don't feel like he will. Wan-Bissaka is not his forte heading the ball, is it? Let's face it. One-on-one's absolutely fine, but I just don't think that's not his strength. So if that happens, we've got to be cautious about things like that, really, for me. And he's quite quick in just movement around the box. If we're going to be especially from corners and marking at the moment, I don't know what it is, whether it's half zonal, half man marking, who's doing which role, but that just needs to be organised straight away so that players like that aren't left to roam about.
Yeah, completely agree. And I think you mentioned Calvert-Lewin there. Rumours are that obviously Boye isn't going to be playing, so it will be Victor Lindelof. We've said on here quite openly that Lindelof be fearing those physical battles. And obviously, Calvert-Lewin, we saw it in the last game against them. He will pin himself on Lindelof. He'll pin himself on the smaller of the two. He won't really pin himself on Maguire. So it's going to be a big test for Victor, isn't it? But to be fair, he's been in good form of late. So I'm backing him. But I just think he will need to be up for it, because it is going to be a fight up against someone like Calvert-Lewin, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, I think like mentality-wise, I don't know if you've seen that picture Lindelof posted with the coffee tastes sweet this morning. We need that Lindelof. Do you know what I mean? We need that Lindelof, and the one that like saves old ladies getting the bags right. That's the kind of Lindelof that we need. And I'm not going to write him off. I would like to see more of Baye if we could just like wrap him in bubble wrap, please, Jesus. But yeah, I think it's a big test for him. I agree with Meg about that being the main threat, and then also set piece as well does concern me. But I just think it's all about keeping focus and not making silly mistakes. Like it always is, just the most silliest mistake, and just like you absolute balloon. So just keep your mentality strong and let's just go for it.
I'm a bit gutted that we are going to be playing against 11 men and not 10, because Pickford isn't playing. So that means someone else is going to be in goal. So that guts me a little bit. I'm only joking, James. Yeah, obviously Pickford is out, so we can look at that either way. Everton fans, I know some of them are happy with that decision. But going into it, we've just beat a team 9-0, so surely the boys should be up for it. Surely they should be willing to go at this game, be positive, take those risks. Mm-hmm. And one player, Nick, I want to ask you about, because me and Meg have discussed him at length, but Luke Shaw, what a season he's having.
I am so buzzing for him. Like, I think not to this level, but the last time I seen him get into what would have been his peak was before he broke his leg. I think we was just about to see this side of him emerging, and I'm just absolutely buzzing to see him at his best. Oh God, I thought he was laughing at me then. I'm buzzing to see him at his best again. Like we were saying before about abuse, he got so much abuse about his body and stuff. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. And the best place to say what you need to say is on the pitch, and he's done that. He needs to keep doing that. Keep helping Rashford on the left hand side, and I want to see more of it. He's only 25. There's more to come. Oh,
another assist from Diallo.
Yeah. Ooh.
Joey 5 minutes after.
Good, yeah. But Luke Shaw's doing his talking on the pitch after all that like abuse that he's had and criticism from a lot of people. Another player is doing his talking on the pitch at the minute, and I know you will back him, and it's someone I wonder who's going to be back for the game at the weekend, Paul Pogba.
I mean, like I said the other day, I was proved wrong because I was gutted that he wasn't starting against Southampton, and lo and behold, bloody won 9-0. So he best have been in form in training this week to get his space back, because I think all the players from the other night have earned their right to be there at the moment. So, I think for him, just like Luke Shaw has done, he's let the football do the talking. And right now, with everything that surrounds Pogba, and there is a lot that surrounds Pogba, you know, the whole circus and all the media attention that comes with him, he's just proven everyone wrong. And yeah, okay, if that's what people are saying, well, it's because he wants to move away and he's showcasing himself.
I don't care. Keep doing it, mate, while you're here. Do you know what I mean?
Let him. Just put him on the pitch. If he wants to showcase himself, that's fine by me. But you always see Pogba and Ole, actually all the players around Pogba, you never see them downbeat. They always want to celebrate with him. There's always a smile. And if that's the virus in the team, then
I'd rather have that virus. Right, girls, can I ask you a question based on this comment? Because I just want to know what you say, but you probably know my answer. Like they said, we want City and Liverpool to draw. Would you ever support Liverpool to beat City? Would you ever sit there and be like, come on, Liverpool, yes or no?
If it was the last game of the season, and
if the league depended on it, then maybe. But as in right now,
I was going to say probably the only situation would be if we were relying on them to win the league, like for us to win the league, if you know what I mean. So we needed that to happen for us to win the league. But other than that, I think I'd rather see them both drop points. So a draw, I would agree with.
I'd rather just like them all just disqualified than it turn into absolute chaos, just an absolute nightmare. Please.
Yeah. Big up to Leonard for the comments. Even ladies, first time watching you live and normally on the PS4. Great to see you back, Nicole. Fingers crossed we beat Everton and City and Liverpool draw. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm glad you've neglected your PS4 to come and join us. I really appreciate that. Quite a few people are saying they would take a draw as well. A draw, my heart wouldn't allow Liverpool to win. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't imagine myself uttering the words, I want Liverpool to. No, I'm not going to say it now. I can't
I thought you were about to say it. I was like,
don't, because someone will screen grab this and he'll be like, social Liverpool fan, don't do it.
Fan, yeah. I couldn't even bring myself to do it then, and that was casual. I couldn't even say it.
Nah, it's against my religion. I can't physically do it. Nah.
Andrew says, evening ladies, we need to win tomorrow for the Busby Babes. Don't care how we do it. Spot on, definitely. It's a big game. A player that I'm hoping starts, and he got his goal the other day. And I know Martial did come on, he had a good game, but for me, Cavani needs to start as that central striker. I mean, Meg, surely he's got to be one of the first names on the team sheet, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. But Martial, obviously, it was so nice to see him come back on the pitch and get his goal and show a bit of desire, because I think he does lack that at times. Maybe it's just because he's got an resting bitch face permanently. Who knows? Could have like an absolute fire in his belly, but the face is completely different at times. But Cavani really does just lead the team from the front in terms of his position, not only his position on the pitch, but just in mentality as well. So yeah, I think Cavani. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him leading.
Didn't he score in both the games that we beat him this season? I'm sure we did. One of which was his first goal for us. So I think it's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, but I think Martial scored. Didn't Martial score?
Yeah. I'm not doing Tony dirty because I still like Tony, but you know.
Yeah.
What's your prediction? What's your front three? What are you going for against Everton? I'm just sitting there reading the comments, and obviously a lot of people are saying Martial. And of course, I think Martial came and he did well the other day, and obviously scored. He was on a hat-trick, wasn't he, the other day? But Mason Greenwood, and I think he kind of had a low-key great game midweek. I think he was unlucky not to score.
He's an unsung hero.
He got an assist, obviously. Was it for Rashford's goal? He got that assist. And I thought he had a good game. And I've got to be honest, in terms of that right-hand side, normally I would say I would like to see a front three of Martial, Cavani, Rashford. But we know Rashford on that right-hand side, he just isn't balanced. He's much better on that left-hand side.
Yeah.
So for me, at that moment in time, that right-hand side is Greenwood. So unless
it's a headache that I don't want to have.
Unless we play Paul Pogba further forward, as we have seen. And to be fair, I think he's been effective. And tomorrow, if I'm honest, I think Paul Pogba will come back to the lineup. And I think that's what we'll see. I think we may see Rashford. I'm hoping on the left, but it could well be on the right-hand side with Pogba on the left and Cavani in the middle. And Martial may be still missing out. I mean, go on, I'll let you start, Meg. What's your prediction for the front three tomorrow?
I'd actually like to see Greenwood in it because I feel like he just needs. I feel like he needs a goal. Has he got another one? Gee, what's the score?
We need to keep talking about it.
It was 4-4 last I saw. Connor put it in there. Let us know the score. I know Shorto scored a few. I believe.
His ears are burning.
He's on fire as well. Yeah. So let us know. Third assist, now that's impressive. But sorry, yeah, Meg, what your prediction for the front three? At this rate, I'd say Diallo on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Sack it.
Yeah, 5-something, 5-4. How long's gone in it?
Wow.
But yeah, Greenwood, because I want to see Greenwood just be able to bag himself a goal. I feel like he needs that at the moment. I think he's playing amazingly well, and he's obviously contributing to the team quite a bit, like you said, an unsung hero midweek. But I just feel like it would be nice to see him just put like a cherry on the top with a goal as well. So for me, Greenwood, Cavani, and then I play Rashford. I play the same front three.
Nick, what's your front three?
What she said. Where is she? There. What she said.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, it's a headache that I don't want. But yeah, but like Meg said, I would like to see Greenwood. I think we've seen with Rashford and with Tony, we've seen him get that little lift. I would like to see Greenwood get that lift and get some of the accolade as well, because he deserves it.
I've seen you put that. I was like, is she gonna put this on the screen or not?
I had to do it. But yeah, Greenwood, I think it's like I say, I know he didn't score the other day and it was unlucky not to. And I kind of think his performance went under the radar, but I think on that right hand side, he's our most balanced. He balances the side out the most. And I think when he's played there, last few games in particular, we've obviously worked on Wan-Bissaka pushing higher than that back post, got the reward the other day. And I just feel like in terms of balance at the moment, Greenwood on that right hand side, he's the best option.
Yeah, definitely. I think,
so,
and I just think, like I said, just a goal for him would just seal the deal a little bit. And a striker goal contributions is great, but your actual goal, I feel like it would just boost his confidence even more.
Yeah, thank you so much to Ross for the super chat. It says everything doing in the right direction at United, from the first team to the academy to the women's football team. Spot on. How nice, Nick, does it feel to all of a sudden, like you say, lockdown one when we were talking, and it was like depressing. We were like, where are we going to go from here? Ollie out is looking at the woodwork left, right, and centre. So now, being in the title race, the women's are obviously top of the league as well. We're near the top of the league. Under 23s, Ahmad are doing a madness, as I've just said. I didn't even mean it that time.
Wait.
How good does it feel now compared to where we were?
It feels immense. Like, so much has gone on. That's our soul. You know when we used to do them, who would most likely to say a cheesy joke? That would be Soph. Where is she? That way. I feel like a different person in more ways than one. But honestly, like I was saying before, like mental health wise, at the moment we can't play out. Boo. We can't get my nails and boo. Like the only thing that Army loves that I can do with my kids is listen to music and watch football. Do you know what I mean? But you don't get goals from music. So that's like my first love when I was a kid, and it just completely lifts me, and it gives you that hope to, like, when we was doing it in the first place, it was summer, so it was lockdown, football was depressing, but it was sunny outside, and at the moment it's dark, and I know a lot of people are struggling. If anyone's struggling out there, please know that you're not alone. We're all laughing and joking, but we all have our times where we're struggling. So the things that do make you smile, when United win, this is why I go over the top. The things that make you smile, grab them with both hands, because at the moment, like, nothing's predicted. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I'm absolutely buzzing. You have to make the most of what you have. Completely spot on. Live life to the fullest. And like you say, when United are playing, our mental health, it's so much more positive. So your best bloody win again tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. But Meg, please, I'm going to ask you in a minute. I'm going to pre-warn you, because I am going to ask for some score predictions in a moment. And guys, get in the chat and let us know what your predictions are as well. But before we get into that, in terms of the lineup, then, do you think Pogba will come back in? And I'm guessing that you're thinking he'll be in the midfield, because a lot of people believe McFred will start again. Ollie obviously trusts him in the kind of big games. And then McTominay played midweek. You'd have to say he fully deserves to start. So again, like Nick said, it's a headache for Ollie, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if you were going to change it, it would be McTominay to start and Pogba to start, and Fred misses out with Bruno just ahead. That would be the switch for me. But yeah, for me, Pogba centrally is where I prefer him to be, rather than on the wings. Yeah, I just want to send some love to David. He says, "Missed my nana saw it year on May on her 90th birthday. She didn't care how and I don't know when I'll see her next." And obviously sending our love, and obviously always drop us a message if you're struggling, and we'll try and cheer you up and try and help, and hopefully United do that as well. But I fully understand, obviously, it's a horrible situation that we're all going through. With the vaccinations and stuff now, I'm just hoping that we can start to see a clearer grass green on the other side. And yeah,
our future again and hopefully get a bit of normality back. But until then, obviously, feel free to message any of us and we'll obviously support. But yeah, fully understand the situation and it's tough. It is tough right now, isn't it? And then
And just to say to David, I hope that you get to see her for her 91st birthday. I hope that by then, fingers crossed, in 3 months, we're at a level where we can give people hugs again. Hugs are free, the best things in the world.
Yeah, definitely. And Vincent said, great to see Nicole back. Nippon's in the chat says, evening, ladies. According to Mark from United Stand, McTominay is not a Premier League player. I don't know. I've heard Mark also say that when he's played well, I know he's criticised, but like anyone does, you criticise when they play poorly and when they play well.
That mentality, like when he literally could have had his legs snapped, and the way he just didn't care what he was bothered about was just like, let's get another goal. Oh, I felt sick. I actually felt sick from both, because it was really dangerous and it was definitely a red card. But I think from both players' point of view, it was gutting because I was like, oh, please, not again. We're doing so well with injuries at the moment. But then from the other perspective, I knew the abuse that he was going to get. Do you know what I mean? And I knew he realised what he did straight away. So hopefully he learns from it. And thank God, it wasn't worse. But I mean, his leg still looked pretty grim. But it could have been a lot worse.
A dead leg from that at least afterwards. Like it was a bad vision. I'm just grateful his leg wasn't fully planted because I think it could have been a different outcome. And I'm just grateful for that. And he is mentally strong, but also physically as well. Andrew, you know what? You talk about yoga being really good for your mental health. I've actually started doing a bit of yoga, and I would definitely vouch for that. It does help with your mental health. So I've started doing a bit of yoga, believe it or not. So anyone who's struggling, try it out. Scott is a warrior. I thought his leg was gone after that challenge. Completely agree. 6-4 now, I believe. So what a game! Diallo scored as well. He scored.
Whatever we were saying about him, we need to keep saying the same thing. We've jinxed it.
Yeah, we're not getting too hyped up. He's obviously a good young player, and we're not going
to get too hyped
up.
Well done, mate. Well done. All right.
Not too bad, I suppose. What, 4 assists?
We'll see.
He didn't get man of the match now. Then again, I think Shorto's got a hat-trick as well, so yeah, maybe you won't get man of the match. That's got to be one of the only occasions where you've had so many assists and scored and not got man of the match because someone else got a hat-trick. And you assisted that hat-trick, I'm guessing. That's mad, but he's obviously killing it in under-23s, and I'm buzzing to see more of him. But yeah, score predictions, guys, get them in. Meg, Everton at the weekend. What's your score prediction?
I'm going confident, and I'm going for 2-0 to Manchester United.
Clean sheet, I like it. And guys, obviously in the chat as well, put your score predictions in there. But also, if you've got any questions to ask me, Meg, Nicole, or all of us, get them in there as well before you end the show.
Football related, anything, let's have a giggle.
Let's do a thing where we'll answer the most random question. Because we always end up talking about the most random subjects on here.
Yes.
Normally food.
Like doink.
But we'll pick a random question and we'll answer it at the end.
4-2, 2-1, 3-2, 2-1, 2-1. A lot of predictions. 3-0, 2-1 from Nas. 2-1 is the most on this one. James, who's an Everton fan, has gone with his heart. 1-1. May the best team win. Obviously, James, all the best to you as well in that. But hopefully we win. No, I'm joking. Yeah, may the best team win. To be fair, if we are going to win, we do need to turn up. It's not going to be one of them games, I don't think, where we're going to scrappily get over the line. I think we need to turn up and we need to be clinical from the off because Everton are obviously a very good side. Ancelotti is a very good manager. And we can't be complacent tomorrow. We may have just won 9-0, but we move on from that now. That's in the past and we need to focus on this one, don't we? Nick, what's your score prediction then? Go on.
I don't want to be negative, but I've got to stay true to what I said before. So I agree with Meg on the goal difference, but I'm going to say 3-1 because it's still us, and I do still think like the first 5 minutes. I'm sorry to say this, but I do think we'll concede, and then we'll go on to score. So I'm going to say 3-1, 3 points, but it's not going to be as easy a ride as against Southampton.
I think I'm going to go with a 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1. I think we'll concede. Like you said, I do think we'll concede. Probably switch off at some point or something. I think we were lucky not to concede against Southampton, even though we put 9 past them. So I do think we're still liable to concede. But I'm just hoping that going forward with Cavani starting, we're clinical. And on the counter-attack in particular, I'm hoping that we click going forwards and we're fluid like we were the other day. And hopefully confident from that 9-0 win. So 3-1 is my pick.
What's Meg laughing at?
Anything less, Ian put anything less than 9 is unacceptable.
True.
10-0. I changed my mind. 10-0 minimum.
You set the precedent now, you need to do that.
I only like even numbers. God's sake.
So Ryan said, what restaurant have you missed going to the most? Well, this is a really good question because obviously we've been in lockdown. So since being in lockdown, what restaurant have you missed the most, and what would you have ordered? That's a good question.
Revs and probably a porn star martini. No matter food.
Yeah. So Revolution. I love a good meal out though. To be fair, I'm trying to think. Nick, have you got any ideas? What your most?
I can't think of one place. I don't have a type with food, but you know what's making me sad? Like when we go back to the real world, are we ever going to have all you can eat buffets again? Because I just can't see it where everyone's using the same. I just want a Chinese all you can eat and go back to the times when we didn't have to worry about touch that. Yeah. I'm not fussy. Just anywhere out with food, with a drink, just allowed to play out. McDonald's, just anywhere.
I've been having plenty of them on Uber Eats.
I have. I don't need to leave the house.
Yeah, but I think I missed it. Going out for a curry. I think a good old steak and chips for me, Miller and Carter. I'd say that's probably what I've
Toby's
missed.
Carvery. What am I talking about? Toby's Carvery on a Sunday. Up nice and early, get to Toby's. Oh, that's another thing. Are you going to be able to go back and help yourself? I've got so many questions.
Yeah, I agree. Toby Carvery's a good shout. David said, what one food and drink would you have for the rest of your life? A lot of food-related questions. One, let's mix it up, guys. But we will answer this one. So you can have one food and one drink for the rest of your life.
That's the drink.
She's gone for the pink gin. Food and drink for the rest of your life.
Food. Chicken, rice and peas for me.
Chicken,
rice. My mum has to make
I'm trying to think what you can have, like combinations. You can make combinations with. Do you know what I mean? So you can mix it up. So pizza would be a good one because you could have different toppings on your pizza. Like, it's not specified.
Oh, you're clever. I just thought I had to pick one.
I think I'm just trying to see a loophole. I'm trying to get out of this question.
Cheating.
I've no idea.
Why is it when it comes to food we all struggle a lot? Like, tell us about players. Find as soon as it's food, we're like, this is why we don't have
Put it this way, it wouldn't be a salad.
No.
Yeah.
No. Put it in the bin.
Yeah.
Definitely salad. Yeah. James said, I just want to have a pint again. Yeah. Completely get it. That's what I was thinking for the restaurant one. I was thinking like a good old pub lunch. Like I miss just going for a good old pub lunch.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like you don't miss the things, you miss the places and the people. Nobody cares anymore. Well, I have to go to this place. You just want to be where the people are.
That one.
No, this one when really just stands there. Like.
Oh, overall, ever.
Ever.
The boxing one made me laugh as well. You got left out because Phil Barnes got left out.
Tell me never to do that again.
Do you know what I did? Do you know what I watched today? I watched Sir Alex's last game and Ferdinand scored and he literally was like in the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, they're the best ones.
Like
Fergie, did you see his face? Yeah. Did you see his face, girls? How happy he was, Fergie, the other day, or whenever it was the other year.
Yeah, well, I can only see like his eyes. The mask.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Black cat. Oh, so cute. But yeah, I think the celebration as well. The Cantona one has to be a good one when he just turns around.
Just turns around.
That's got to be up there, hasn't it? Yeah, that's got to be up there. Who's your favourite footballer of all time? I think most people know mine, so I'll let you two start that one off. Go on, Nick, I'll let you start. I've got to Meg.
I feel like when I was growing up, I literally wanted to be David Beckham. Like I wanted to be him, but I think for me, like my absolute the pair of Vidic and Ferdinand. I was a little bit older when they were obviously playing for us. But absolutely, everyone knows my love for them pair. Hence, probably why I'm a centre back.
Ronaldo.
I just love. I don't think they're the best ever players you can ever get.
It's what they mean to you, isn't it? Yeah, it's a personal thing.
There's Giants.
Obviously.
Maradona, Ronaldinho's up there for me. To be fair, Ronaldinho, I'd probably say a close second for me. But obviously, you all know mine. Go on, Nick. What's yours?
Like Meg, from my heart, like as a kid, it would definitely be David Beckham. I was like a Spice Girls baby, and from what did I say? From my heart, from my head, I'd probably say from my era, and still playing now. And it's his birthday, if I'm not mistaken, Ronaldo.
It is his birthday. Yeah, I still love Cristiano. Still love him. So for me, Paul
it's going to make me really sad when he retires. You know. So
I can't even think about that. I can't even think the fact that Ronaldo will retire.
Like Rooney, when Rooney's like now retired, I'm just like, when did I get this old? I remember him playing on his debut. I'm so confused, girls.
That's the best reaction to it.
Yeah.
I'm so confused by it.
And I just don't know. I don't understand time anymore. Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
Brian Robson. Connor says 36 and he's killing it spot on. I can't believe he's 36. I saw that today and I was just like, wow, goat. Yep, I agree. Also said Jemba. He's actually, I'm saying number 4th on my list now. I'm joking. So Scholes is obviously my top, but just behind him, I think Rooney and Ronaldinho are close behind him. That would be probably my top 3, and then obviously Cristiano after that. But Rooney, like, I felt emotional the other day when I found out Rooney retired when he announced it. I don't know why. Like, Meg, I think it's what you said, the fact that I was literally there at his debut for United, so I feel like I've seen his whole career from start to finish, and it's just mad. And to see him as a manager now, like, he was wearing a United shirt not long ago, whipping in free kicks against Stoke, and he's managing. Like,
it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real. Like, it's not just with all the other players like managing. Like, I don't know. It's quite surreal, isn't it? When you realise, oh, I'm not a kid anymore. Like, what's going on? I don't get it.
Top 10, I'd say.
It's number 1. She loves him.
He's back in the squad, to be fair, so he could be working his way up that order if he gets a few games. Who knows what's going to happen.
Every time someone says his name, that song comes in my head with Chris Marlin. Please, someone make it stop.
Morning, Phil Jones. Chris Marlin. That one. Oh, this is a good question. What would our 11 be for the Euros this summer for England? Ooh.
I had no idea, but I did see a tweet the other day where it was Mount, Grealish, Foden, and Greenwood, I think it was.
That sounds nice.
You could only pick 2 of them. Who would you take?
Say them again. Grealish, Mount,
Foden, Greenwood.
Yeah, but why can you only pick 2? This is mean.
Oh, it wasn't my question, Nick. It was just on there. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Love you.
I have no idea.
I'm not deciding.
I didn't make the rules.
That's hard. Get in the chat, guys, and help us out. I think Grealish has to be in there. For me, Grealish, I think he gives us that X factor. That's something a bit different. So I think Grealish has to be in there. But then that's hard to pick one over one. Mason Mount, you'd say, is an important player. Southgate absolutely loves him. So regardless, he will go.
It's really hard to dismiss it because usually you start from like the weakest link, but there isn't really a weakest link.
Yeah.
Nah,
I think
the one.
That's a shout though. Maddison was in there. Maybe it wasn't Greenwood. Maybe it was Maddison. I can't remember because this was like a couple of days ago, and that's
Madison's in good form.
I think it was Maddison, Grealish, Mount, and Foden.
Yes.
4 of them.
1-6. I need to watch the highlights of this game. Definitely. I need to watch that.
6 and 4 equals 10. 10-0 tomorrow confirmed, son.
Oh yeah, happen tomorrow. Put your bet on. You heard it here first. Nicole's called it. 10-0 tomorrow. It's gonna happen. No, imagine if that did happen though. Well, I'm not even gonna...
No, then seriously, I'd be really concerned what's going on in the world.
Another one who's in for a shout. To be fair, the whole reason he's gone to West Ham is to get games and obviously try and break into that England squad. Lingard keeps up that form again. He's another player that Southgate obviously rated in the past. It's going to give him a bit of a headache as well. Here we go. Some suggestions. So we've got Henderson in goal, starting over Pope and Pickford, which is interesting. And then obviously, I don't know, Stones as well. Again, Stones has been playing well for City though, hasn't he?
Stones has stepped up this season. Him and Diaz at the back for Man City. From an English fan, like obviously looking towards the Euros, having Stones back in it is great because it gives you another option at centre back. I think he can play part of a 3 and can play part of like a back 4. But I also think Connor Cody is an unreal centre back for England and a great start.
He hasn't had a good season, Cody. I will say that. My dad is probably one of the biggest Cody fans you can find. I've never got a bad word to say about him, but even he'll admit this season he hasn't been the best. And I think Wolves as a whole have been playing differently. Yes, Nick?
Talking of Henderson, like someone mentioned before, like do we think that Tellez has helped Shaw like bring his strengths out more? Do you think that's happened a bit with De Gea as well just recently? Because I think we're starting to see a bit of the old Dave, like touch. I don't want to jinx it, but I mean, I think we're starting to. It's like I've always said that competition is healthy, and I think in previous seasons, like we've had that many injuries or like lack of squad depth that we haven't had that. We haven't had that threat of like. Do you think it helps and like keep them on the toes to have that replacement? Should we say?
Definitely, yeah. I think especially the way De Gea ended last season. Obviously, everyone was talking about Henderson coming in De Gea knew he had to fix up, and I think having that bit of a break, obviously between the season and coming back, I think it's refreshed his mind. And there's no doubt about it, having that competition is brilliant, but it's also brilliant for Henderson because I think he's learning from one of the best.
Yeah.
What better work experience to have than to be playing under someone like De Gea?
This is what I love about United is at the moment. It's like that old school of like the youngsters, and then they've got players like him and players like Cavani that they can learn. Do you know what I mean? You need that experience. Like, don't knock it because you don't know how they will help them progress in the future. It gets me really excited. I have to calm down.
Yeah. Best striker in your life? Wow, that's got me thinking. No, best striker we've ever seen, I'm guessing. That's what
These are meant to be fun questions. These are making me anxious. Oh, Jesus.
Van Nistelrooy's got to be up there.
Oh.
Sorry, got to be up there. Then obviously you've got Alan Shearer. His record speaks for itself, to be honest with you. He might not be everyone's cup of tea, but his record speaks for himself. Wayne Rooney's got to be up there.
I'd say Rooney's got to be up there for me. Like, just because he did
Henry.
it. Yeah, he was class, wasn't he?
Peter Crouch. That's all I'm going for.
What's the one from Bentner?
Yeah. Chama. Remember Chama with his little mullet hairdo? Chama can be up there as well. That's what people are saying. Ruben Nistelrooy. Ronaldo. Oh yeah, obviously the original Ronaldo R9. Yeah, good shout. Big Duncan Ferguson as an Everton fan, definitely I can see why you're saying that. Drogba.
Oh, Drogba was so good. I used to hate him. I hate him.
Yeah, it's the kind of player you hated because he wasn't on your team.
Because he wasn't a Man
United.
Because he wasn't a Man United player, but if he it was just because I always thought he was so difficult to play against.
Yeah, David Bellion. I'm going to throw that one in there as well. York, Batistuta, Joe Linton. No, you're definitely mocking it. No, you're mocking it. Definitely. Guys, this has been an absolute pleasure. Obviously, absolutely.
Someone put Forlan in. Put that comment right up now.
Yeah.
What a legend.
Yeah, definitely. Solskjaer, of course. Solskjaer, I'll put Solskjaer up there. Definitely. But yeah, I think overall, R9 probably top 6. But in terms of records and goal scoring, Alan Shearer, I think is up there. And then Henry is a personal favourite, I've got to say as well. So hard. There's been so many good strikers. It's so hard to choose. Even players like Robbie Keane, as Ross has mentioned there. Like I used to love watching Robbie Keane play in his prime and his celebration where he used to do the flip. Yeah, like.
But the thing is, they're asking us to pick our favourite striker when we can't even pick our favourite restaurant. Like
a favourite meal.
A favourite meal, like. Don't have time.
Someone just put. This is one thing that I am certain on. Someone just put Happy National Nutella Day. Don't like it.
I don't. I just like chocolate spread without nuts. You know, just like no nuts. You know, just chocolate spread, the Cadbury one. That's where it's at.
So I need to try that because I'm with Meg. I don't like Nutella either.
Oh, you're my people. Everyone usually thinks I'm weird. I don't like it. Yeah, Cadbury, like the big massive tub of just Cadbury chocolate spread. I'm doing advertising here. No nut in it. Divine. Don't need nuts, girls.
Funniest thing you've ever seen on a pitch. I've got a good one for this, but I'll save mine till last, so I'll let Meg have a think.
I can't even think off the top of my head.
All right, so I was playing futsal with a group of girls. I was young, probably about 16, 17, and I had hair extensions in, but it was just like a bun thing. And I remember playing football, and there's this really young ref, and we're playing, and I've gone up for this header, and I've won the ball. And as I've landed, I felt a bit lighter. I thought a bit light. And literally, you can imagine what happened. I looked down and a piece of hair was just on the floor. And the ref was just beside himself. He was just looking at himself like, what the hell's happened? He was only young, bless him. I felt for him. Everyone just stopped in the game. Luckily, I knew a few players on the other team as well. It was like a proper official league game, like futsal we used to join. And yeah, the whole game just stopped and everyone was just crying and I had to try and just pick it up and try and fix it back onto my head and then play on
that had happened to me. That happened to me. I only won for the ice cream man, as you know. Sorry.
So yeah, I'd probably say that.
I can't think of one. Can you, Meg? I can't think of one.
Awkward moment that's ever happened.
It's funny now. It wasn't at the time.
Even at the time, I had to laugh and cry. I had to go with it. It's one of them. VAR. Imagine watching a replay of that happening.
Oh, I went flying once, not on the pitch, but like it's Old Trafford. It was match day. Oh my God, take me there. And I was like going to a match on my own. And, like just it just seems like a faraway world now. But, so now the streets are just flooded and everyone's about to go in. And me being me, I just went flying. And I don't know. I just went flying for a little bit. And I just there's nowhere else I could go because it's only going in one place. So I just carried on walking.
And Meg, have you got any funny stories on the pitch?
No, just a few dogs on the pitch. You can't catch them, and everyone's like, the whole game stops. And you just got to stand there and wait for this dog to finish. It's
a bird or a cat. Like, how funny! Why are we so childish when there's like a bird on the pitch? You're like, oh my God, it's a bird! Like, grow up.
And at times when you see like a squirrel running around the pitch and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, a squirrel. We all turned into 3-year-olds.
Another funny moment I had was when I was like playing for West Brom, and one of the players at the time, I think she had it's been like McTominay the other day, had a bit of a tummy trouble, should we say? And I remember she was playing at left back, and she went on this mad run down the wing, but then she didn't stop. Like, she just carried on running off the pitch, like up the steps and like into the tunnel. Like, she just carried on.
Well funny.
I'm not going to name her, but that was funny because she just went and everyone was like, yeah, you probably do, to be fair. Probably do. She plays in your league now. I'm pretty sure she plays for Everton, so we'll talk about it off stream. But yeah, funny. That was a funny moment. Leonard's asked our favourite series at the moment on Netflix. Any suggestions, girls?
I'm not currently watching anything. Oh, we were watching Power in this house. We didn't watch it when it first came out, so we were catching up on it. But I've just not been watching it, to be honest.
I'm watching a bit of a mix at the moment. On Netflix, I'm watching Is It That Night Stalker, or like True Crime, and on what's it called, Amazon Prime, about crimes of passion. I'm not right in the head, like I watch things about murder all the time and then wonder why I can't sleep. And then Desperate Housewives. Bit of a mix.
See, we need to be sponsored by Domino's or something like that because we're always looking at food. It needs to be on commission. He's looking at pizza now because I don't blame you.
Just Eat will be like the new Snoop Dogg. It'll be so good.
Yeah, you have to think of a song better than the one that they're using right now. Definitely.
I'll write it.
So to Netflix, so I've just said Cobra Kai. I would 100% suggest watching that. I'm not even a big karate fan or anything like that, but I watched it and I must admit I was addicted. Fantastic, like really good, really short episodes as well. So that's why I like it.
Fun facts: I used to do karate, girls. You wouldn't think it. I did.
Black belt.
I was actually 3rd brown, like, because I'm such a weirdo. I was like, I don't want the black one, so I got like this, like 3 brown Dan or whatever. I got my 3rd brown belt, but no one believes it. But swear down, ask my mum. I used to be hard.
Nicole's is karate. I was just going to say you've answered that one, Nick.
No, that was when I was a kid. Watching or playing though? What it depends. Watching or playing.
I was going to say I'll watch the Six Nations, for example. I actually find that quite entertaining.
No,
so I will actually.
Literally, when the Olympics is on, day in day out, I will watch every little bit of Olympics that's going. But I did, in the Netball World Cup a couple of years ago. Honestly, the Netball World Cup, I was getting up so early in the morning to watch it. Incredible. We won it in the end.
Yeah, I think Olympics is entertaining, definitely. And also the Winter Olympics, I think, is really fun to watch. Like, I love watching skeleton and stuff like that, which is just terrifying. But yeah, I think it's different. In terms of playing, I don't know, I'd say football's my only real sport. I don't mind playing.
I can't tell you the last time I played a sport.
Yeah, netball and stuff like that, I'd say I play. But in terms of watching, like, I think my favourite would probably be boxing behind.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Girls, talking of sport, how sick would it be, like, at our age now we just had, like, a big, massive game around us? I seen someone tweet about it the other day and I'd be like, that'd be so sick. It needs to be arranged.
Or, like, foot rounders or something like that, that'd be class.
Oh, my God, it was so good.
Yeah, definitely. Jockey says that's for my takeaway, so non-open. Oh, bless you, Jockey. I'm non-open on Friday night, what?
That's really bad, that. It should be somewhere open.
Whereabouts are you, mate? You're living in the wrong place.
Why is it not open on a Friday night? That's disgusting service, Jockey. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Really appreciate the support. Netball, to be fair, I used to play netball in school as well, so I'd probably say that, like, for playing, that's probably up there. Basketball, yeah, I like playing it, but watching it, I don't really follow it. And I'll be lying if I said I did. So yeah, I'd probably say boxing my next one. If there's a big fight, for example, then I'll watch it. For example, if AJ's fighting or Fury, or both of them are fighting each other, I'll definitely be watching it. But other than that, yeah, football's my main sport really.
Yeah.
Just is, and that's why we're so want United to win all the time, because we fixate on that, and that's what we're focusing on. We haven't got any other team to cheer us up. It's all on United, isn't it? But luckily, if the men don't do so well, we've got the women to cheer us up at the minute as well, which is a nice added thing to have, isn't it? But girls, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. I mean, I think we've gone past an hour, and I'm pretty sure we could sit here and talk for another hour quite easily. Quite easily. I mean, there's a lot of questions coming in right now, and I would love to sit here and answer them all, but I'm sure the girls have got stuff to do on a Friday night. So please drop it in the comments afterwards, and I promise you we will respond to them all there. And as always, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone in the chat for tuning in. This channel is nothing without you guys. Fingers crossed, obviously, that we go on and we win tomorrow. But before we do depart, I wanted to say a massive thanks to Nicole and Meg. And of course, Nicole's been away for a while, so make sure you go follow her on her socials. Nikki, if you just let people know where they can find you.
Right, where's my hand? It's there, and it's meant to be United She Stands, but it's got an X because I'm joking. I had to change it, but that's my new Twitter. And on Instagram, I'm still United She Stands, and my latest article is always pinned tweet.
Yeah, I just want to answer this very quickly. Are you watching United? Are you cool and calm and collected, or are you screaming at the TV at every decision? I've got a feeling Nick's screaming at every decision. Is that right?
Put it this way, I would never, ever, ever, ever do one of them view cam things over it's got in my life, because I would get sectioned. Honest to God.
Love that. Meg, did you say calm and collected, or do you scream at the TV?
I'm a bit of both. I'll sit on the end of that one. I'm a bit of both.
I think it's a bad thing when I'm calm, because when I'm calm, like when usually women, when we calm, it's usually like a bad thing. It's usually when we just know, do you know what I mean? But if I'm into it, then I'm on one. And next time I'm at Old Trafford, if you see me there crying, just mind your business. I'm all right. Just leave me.
Hopefully it'll be happy tears.
A bit of both.
Happy tears, just like.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be happy tears. James, best luck tomorrow. Obviously, hopefully it's a good game and an entertaining one. And may the best team win, as you've already said. But thank you for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Nicole, I like that. Learning from me, ain't you, Jay? Definitely that cheesy one. Nicobra Kai, I like it. Nice. Thanks, girls. Good fun. Cheers, ladies. Stay safe. Ross said I've subscribed. Good show. Thank you so much, Ross. Appreciate that. But yeah, Meg, if you could share out your socials as well, and obviously people make sure you go and follow Meg as well.
I'm on @MeganCan with an underscore on Insta and Twitter. And I'm on here. You can find us on here. So
make sure you go and follow. And obviously, I'm SophRicho on Twitter. SophRicho with a kiss on the end on Insta as well. But I'll make sure I put all socials in the description of the video. Until tomorrow, guys, until the game starts, stay positive, keep smiling, drop a like on the video, hit that sub button as well. And if you have missed you in the chat, just drop a comment afterwards and we will all double check. Thanks, girls. It's been a great show as always. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Take care and we'll see you soon.